Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Norton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The Bucs at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
This nigga coming out some crazy shit. This
operating from the gun.
Shit,
Norton.
What pass?
And that's complete. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
See what he got against this defense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh, now he want to go catch a pick. Damn sure last game. He damn sure didn't want to go catch him.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Touchdown.
They begin with a quick throw.
We gotta run that nigga. This nigga fumble?
But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Cover 3.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
I like how you read it. I like how you read it.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways.
Oh my goodness, Madden, bro. Really, bro? That's a whole tutty.
Right at the 44-yard line.
Stupid ass game, bro.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw
That's
it,
what we told him.
and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about How much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
This nigga just really just...
The 20. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity.
Nigga, get the fucking...
He will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
Can't make this shit up.
Rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Good run, my boy. Good motherfucking one.
That makes the score 7-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game
Come
plan.
on, man. That's the past 3 passes I done passed. This nigga got, well, okay, he passed 2. The nigga got hit in the motherfucking pass. What are you doing, man? Had my line that weak.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
Gotta do it myself, I guess.
Pass midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Defense.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. From the gun, here's Barber. And he gets it down to the 32. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Back to throw now on first down.
Well, you gotta get there, dog.
He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Eluding the pressure right.
Good
No
defense.
gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But one thing we talked about coming into this was that we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right.
I threw the damn ball. This nigga gonna hold the ball.
Tried to get away, but could not. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining,
and they took a sack on about 25 minutes, 25 seconds.
Close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
It's a Rough Riders Road.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll set up to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Jennings.
Why this nigga didn't go fucking swipe the ball, bro? That's what I don't understand. This nigga don't go swipe the fucking ball. Oh, okay. That's all I need to watch. Cute.
Big play there. 70 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
Like, this how you know a nigga stupid. This nigga went to Google to type in Google.
How does the kickoff
Stupid
unit
as
run up and send this one away? And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll look to throw here. This goes to Barber, the running back. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A run up the middle with Barber, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Well, throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass.
Hey, I'm sure.
He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Hey, Keo.
Second and 10. They'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. That is caught. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They'll look to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Norton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw for it here. That one out wide and intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Barber. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Norton. And this is caught. Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the gun, Norton. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drop. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bucs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
It certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And that is incomplete.
Well, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
And his kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and 14. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. 39 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye,
he just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Called in left side here by Jennings. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
And now here is another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And we will not have a They'll bring this to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Looking to throw. Hitting. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Hinton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Motion.